with Behind the Bikini, and we are on episode 120 today. We are rounding out the year 2025, which is crazy. I keep talking to my clients this week, like my posing clients and stuff, and they're like, "Well, I'll see you in the new year." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, you will." God damn.
Nobody
So
has
yeah.
said that to me yet. Like, oh,
Oh, like all of them
nothing.
yesterday. All of my posing clients yesterday. I'll see you in the new year because it's like every 2 weeks we do sessions. So
True.
it's like, okay, yeah, you're right. I suck.
I know. It's like all of my athletes are reaching out wanting to schedule for 2026. And I'm like, we're not even through 2025 yet. We can
I
officially say that after
know.
this weekend with NBC Nationals, but I'm
True.
just like, oh, I just need a
Yeah.
little break.
I know, I know. But before we get too far, like, comment, subscribe, hit those buttons wherever they are. And today we're just going to keep things kind of light and fun. We're going to answer a few questions you guys sent in. We're going to do some this or that, kind of give you guys updates as where we are, talk about the Fit Body Fusion Summit coming up, things like that. So keep it positive this week, since last week was a little bit of a negativity neg out kind of session.
Last week was a little heavy, but you know what? Sometimes that's what we talk about. I
Listen,
think that's something that's awesome about our podcast that people say all the time is that we go into those heavy topics and maybe sometimes the taboo topics, and that's what we always try to provide. Sometimes that means that's heavy and sad and negative, but we try to also supplement it with positive stuff too.
yeah. Well, I think, there's a balance. One of the things, like you said, one of the comments that we get all the time on the podcast is how we say the things that nobody else will. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like the one thing that we have to exercise in this space is our voice. So if we don't say it, they might not know there's a problem. That's the first thing. So if you guys are sitting there, sitting back on your heels and saying, well, if I open my mouth, it's going to be a problem. No, open your mouth, like say something. It's like that whole see something, say something, like it's a thing. We have the ability to speak. Now, that doesn't mean that's going to make change happen, but at least we said our piece. You know what I mean? So, that's that's actually a unique thing that we've had in the last, 10 to 15 years with social media and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we couldn't say that before. We didn't have the opportunity to talk like we do now. So that's actually a really good positive thing if people will listen.
Well, and just use the outlet positively. Like I get into these moments with social media right now. I'm in one currently where like I just don't feel like posting
Yeah,
because, I feel like social media can be such a beautiful tool if used the right way, but it can also be something that's really negative if used the wrong way.
100%.
And I'd say that all the time. Like, yeah, we have a voice, but there's also a way to say things. It's not what you say, it's always how you say it. And I think,
Absolutely.
there's just respect behind trying to prove Greg always says that, are you trying to be right or are you trying to be effective?
Yeah,
And we're trying to be effective,
that's right.
and we don't understand everything. Everybody has their opinions. But I definitely think that there's, like I said, just a way to go about things in a professional way and still get your voice heard.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, the unfortunate part about today too is that there's those that are just out there for the clickbait. They're out there just to get eyeballs, and that's it. They don't actually want change. They don't actually want things to be better. They just want the eyes. So there's both of those sides. So hopefully you can discern who's actually looking to make positive change and who's not.
Yeah, 100%. And something like that could really set our sport back, or somebody that's perceiving our sport. So that's why, we try to just provide all the information to you guys, raw, truth, educational as best that we can. And then at the end of the day, like it's up to you guys to decipher, what you want to take away from it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, before we get into any kind of like questions and all those kinds of things, I mean, how was your week this week? You just told me one thing that went well this week.
A bomb. Yeah. So if you guys follow me on social media, I just posted, like I just told you guys, I'm in a really weird space with social media right now. I get into these phases where like I see like negativity going on and then I just decide just not to post at all. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I did come out this week and just give an update on my page. And it was really positive. I just did it on my stories and I was just talking about kind of where I'm at in my off season and how I just got my lab work back, post show and post surgery, and it was beautiful. Like my labs are always really good, but they've never looked like this.
Mm,
And I've just been when I went into surgery, right before surgery, I got a call from Jamie and she was like, "Hey, I'm going to put your account on hold while you go into surgery since you're not going to be checking in." And I was like, Are you sure? Like, I've never not had a coach since I've
Yeah.
started. I've never gone on hold. If I've go on a trip or anything like that, I usually just, talk about that with Jamie, but I'm always checking in. And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, like, you have Drew watching you. Like, I really think this is gonna be fine, like, blah, blah." So I took a couple of days to think about it, and I wasn't gonna go on hold at first, even though she told me to. And then I was like, "Okay, fine. You know what? It's not a secret. I keep telling everybody I'm going to retire, but I am probably going to be retiring after the 2026 Olympia. It's
Mhm.
where I'm really leaning to. And so I thought this might be a good challenge for me because surgery was going to force me to eat differently and not be checking in and not be training. And so this would look very similar to retirement.
Yeah.
So um I maintain really well post surgery, like really, really well. And then as I'm sitting right now, like I haven't been weighing. I weigh like every few weeks if I want to. I couldn't tell you what I weigh right now, like going off of what I think I look like. I'm like 130 to 132. My
Mhm.
stage weight this past season was around 126 to 128. Um, and I'm not checking in with Jamie. Obviously, I see her all the time. Drew sees me all the time. But like, I've just been waking up and not diving into work right away and taking really slow mornings and doing my red light therapy and journaling a lot. And I just feel like in a really good place mentally, like really peaceful. And like, usually, like in season, I wake up and I have to answer my peak week check ins right away. And I need to get my cardio done right away. And I want to be done with work at a certain time. And it's just bop, 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 bop. And it's just you're everywhere. Um, so shockingly enough, I have not had a period in over 2 years. We were on our coach's call yesterday and I felt weird. So I put the camera on hold and I went to the restroom and I got my cycle back
Wow.
yesterday. Yeah, which isn't it's insane. I've
Mm.
convinced myself that I was never going to get it back again and maybe I wasn't fertile and I've always had issues with my period and things like that. So just really cool to kind of see that I can do this, when the time comes and how happy I am right now. To be honest, with how happy and healthy I am right now, it's very hard for me mentally to click back into wanting to prep again next year. Um, just because I know I'm almost done and I know I still have a goal and things to prove, but I'm just so proud of where I'm at right now and truly feel my most healthiest, happiest self physically and
Mhm.
mentally. So things are going super, super well. And one other thing too is because I know people are going to ask about this. Drew and I had like my dream vacation next week. I was going to go to New York and do the New York Christmas stuff. So if
Oh,
anybody knows my
okay.
childhood and things growing up, like I never got to do that. So he was like, "Okay, we're going to do this trip," and I've just have been having a lot of anxiety about it, just because I see like the crowds
Mm.
and the places I actually want to do, like I can't get reservations to and things like that. And I was just having a lot of anxiety about it. So Drew and I talked this morning. We're going to switch it to Napa next week because I feel like
Okay.
that's just more controllable. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. So at this point, like I'm traveling for pleasure, which is so weird for me. But yeah, all really good things so far.
You sound like me this past year.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting a taste of it. I'm living it. And I know you mentioned that too, last week, especially with the the announcement of what's going to be going on with Fit Model and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Now I totally empathize with you. Like I
Mhm.
get it for sure.
Yeah.
I just think that, Shelby Pierce, when she retired a few years ago, I was like, "How do you know you're ready?" And she
Yeah.
was like, "You're gonna know when it comes." And I feel that now. Because at the time I was like, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready." And
Yep.
so if anybody's listening to that, like, what is life after stage? Because I know I had a lot of anxiety about that. Will I know? When is it going to be appropriate? Am I gonna get too old for this? Like, you're gonna know
Right.
when your time is, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I've had conversations with people like after they've retired and stuff too. And I'm like, do you ever miss it? Do you ever wish you could go back to it? And every one of them's like, no. Like,
Yes.
they were just like, no, I never want to do it again. It's like they still live the lifestyle, they still lift, they still train, they still eat well, all that kind of stuff, but they don't have any desire to put themselves through that ever again. And I was like, at that time, I'm like, I don't get it, but now I'm getting to that point where I'm like, yeah, makes sense. I'm like, I get it, I understand. I mean, and I'm that person. I retired for for retired for 4 years. You know what I mean? So I was still in the sport, still involved, all that kind of stuff through the whole time frame. I just didn't compete. And I didn't think I ever would. And then I came back because I just felt like I had some unfinished business. And that's kind of where I'm sitting right now with the whole fit model thing too. I'm like, I feel like I just have some unfinished business. And then once I've finished it, I can put a nice little bow on top and be like, all right, bye guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, and there, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. And actually I think it's a beautiful thing because then like you have that peace. Yeah, that feeling of I did everything I came to do, regardless of that looks like for you. You came to do what you came to do, and you start finding those things, like you said, like clearly your body is just starting to relax, and it's starting to realize, okay, we can be normal. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing the amount of pressure we put on ourselves for no reason whatsoever. It's like when you start to let go of some of those things, you start to realize how little it actually matters. That's something with me too. I don't post all that much anymore either. Like when I do post, it's like randomly when I've gone out with girlfriends, or I post when I go do my pole classes or whatever, because I'm enjoying like learning how to do the tricks and things like that. But it used to be more like I have to post every single day because I have to drive business. I have to do this and I have to do that and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like I just don't. And it's hard at first because you think like people are going to forget about you and all this kind of stuff. And the truth is the ones that forget about you didn't care about you in the first place. So it's really fine. Like I'm really getting to this point in life where it's like I only need a few people around me that I really care about, that really care about me, and I'm good. Like I don't need it. I don't need any of that other noise.
Yeah, circle smaller for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Especially with the social media stuff, like that one post I did on my story that has more traction than like literally anything I've posted since the Olympia. And that was really me just like coming from the heart and giving an update and
Yeah.
everybody messaging and be like, oh my God, we're so happy for you. You look fantastic, blah, blah, blah. I didn't realize how long of a season it was last year. I think I just was on autopilot and, going through the lows and then highs and, enjoying and learning along the way. I had an amazing coaching season last year too with my coaching. So it was just a lot, it's a lot of
Yeah.
adrenaline. And I don't think people realize too the emotional tax. I talk about this a lot with traveling so much.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so hard to travel every weekend and be away from home. And again, like I love it. Like I'm so happy being home now, but come end of February, early March, like I'm gonna be like, okay, let's get back on the road, but it's
Mhm.
just, taking those moments and, stepping back and now like I said, just getting my cycle, like I'm like, wow, the biggest change for me really has just been my stress and how happy I am right now. My training has really been the same, 3 4 days a week, like 3 to 4 RIR. So I don't think this was a training stress at all. I think this really was the emotional stress. So, it's just a friendly reminder how much this matters in a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
Well, and it's funny
For
because
sure.
like I can even feel the change in your tone in your texts.
Yeah.
Like it's a significant change. Like I used to always, it was almost like I was afraid to text you because I knew you were going to be stressed out. Now I'm like, oh, she's good. She's chill. She's fine. It's actually like noticeable in the way that you
Yeah.
communicate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like when I'm in the depths of season with myself and my athletes, like literally sun up to sundown, I'm working, and I don't like nobody sees that behind the scenes. So, but again, I love it. I manage it extremely well, but it can sometimes be a lot when there's other things or other texts or other noise coming in. I mean, I just missed my aunt's birthday this past weekend, who is literally like my mother because I was on my deathbed sick and I felt awful. It's just like those are the things that just there's just so much going on at all times that I miss things. And I really want to try to be better at that this next
Yeah.
season.
Well, and I think a lot of it is, we've talked about this before. It's the pressure we put on ourselves just with our society and all that stuff too, to be bigger, better all the time. Um, I always think back to when my mother-in-law was alive. She's from Spain. And they literally just lived day to day. Like they would go to the market in the morning and buy what they were going to cook for meals that day. And that's what they did all day long. They hung out with the family and like they just enjoyed their life and blah, blah, blah. They would go out to, drinking and partying at night. And that's just how they lived their life every single day. And she used to say, because she came to the States with my father in law and they immigrated here and all of that. And she's like, I love the US. There's so much opportunity here. There is so much, to better yourself here. She goes, but you have got life wrong. Like, she's like, Spain will always be my home because we live, we work to live, not live to work.
100%.
There's a very, very big difference there. And she's like, she's like, you Americans got it wrong. You do.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you're gonna go to Europe, this year,
mhm.
next year, but I definitely saw that in Europe. Like nothing opens till like late morning. Everybody's just like taking their time. And I'm just like,
Yep.
I'm up at 6 a.m. in Greece. I'm like, okay, let's go to a coffee shop. Nothing's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it reminds you, culturally where we're at. And I know like my life and my lifestyle has always been that way. Like I had my issues with my parents, but my dad was always a business owner. I always saw
Hmm.
him grinding, did very well for himself. And I wanted to be that. My aunt owned, multiple physical therapy clinics. So like I was always around business owners and how to be better and stronger and more efficient and smarter. And, so it's this lifestyle of more, more, more. And it's like you get to that goal and then we don't even appreciate that. We're just looking to the next one and
Next
the
one.
next one and the next one. And it's good in a lot of ways, but it also has the downfalls. And I have seen that with my dad. That's a big part of why he is in the position he's in with his usage is that,
Mhm.
he had all these goals and he kept reaching them and he just kept looking for what's next, what's next, what's next. You get lost in yourself. And a lot of people talk about that in the bodybuilding
Mhm.
space, that they lose themselves in bodybuilding or it becomes their entire life. And I've been there, and
Yeah.
I've recognized that when I was in that moment. I'm like, I do not want this. Like, I don't
Yep.
want to turn around in 4 or 5 years when I'm done with this and have nobody or anything else going for me.
Yep.
So that's especially something to think about. You guys that are especially at the national level, like the high ranking national level, that's a lot of the times where people lose themselves because they're just willing to do anything and sacrifice so much to get that pro card. And go girl, we support you, but make sure that you're also taking care and fueling the other areas in your life so that there is going to be a time where you walk away and
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you have invested in other areas.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's, I think as I find myself doing this with my clients as a coach, we have to keep people grounded a lot of times. Because a lot of times, I mean, I don't know about you, but a lot of my clients are like, I want to do this, 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 this. I'm like, yes, but we have to do all this stuff first. We need to take a break. We need to take a breather because I know what your ultimate goal is. I know where you want to be. We got to work our way backwards from that. And sometimes that means slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? And don't burn yourself out and don't hate this by the time you get to the end of it. Again, we live in the microwave society, so everybody wants everything right now. And sometimes that's not what this is about. Sometimes this is about sitting back and chilling for a minute and being smart about the decisions that we make. So again, that we don't get to that point where we're just like, go, 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 go. And we forget what we even started this for.
Yeah, I can't even remember like life without bodybuilding at this
I know.
point. It's like how did that look? Like we laugh about like the things that we used to eat and do, but I just can't imagine a life without it. Nor will, when I'm retired, I'm not going to just stop the lifestyle.
That's right.
I got into this because I love training,
That's
so
right.
that's not going to change. It's just I'm going to do it my way and
Yep.
train the way I want to. Nikki is retired and getting ready to start a family. And I saw her in the gym the other day and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, honestly, I have no idea. She's like, I'll do like 3 sets of this. I'll do 3 sets of that. And okay, that's good. Like, and it's like finding yourself again and what do you want to
Yes.
do and what do you like? And so it's cool. Like I'm observing others now that are in this space and, how did you do it? And, trying to find more community out here in Scottsdale with, other people that are not involved in the bodybuilding space. And when I'm fully healed from surgery, I have girls that want to go to yoga and Pilates, and I am going to say yes to those things because I want to figure out what I like and, the people that I'm going to be with and things like that. So it's going to be a challenge, a new challenge. I'm embracing it, but I really think that this experience of this post show, not it was a reverse diet, but not, just this entire experience was really good for me. I feel like really confident now going into after next season what this is going to look like, and if this is what it looks like, I'm really happy with this.
Yeah. Well, and just going to piggyback on what you're saying about the yoga and Pilates, like I joined that studio last month. And I've been going at least 2, 3 classes a week, whether it's yoga, Pilates, pole, whatever. I'm going at least 2, 3 times a week. And everybody there is really, really super open and welcoming, like really open and welcoming. And I'm a little bit still like guarded, you know what I mean? So, like, what was it last week? One of the owners, Kim, she was like, we have our holiday party next week. Are you gonna come? Sign up on the app and blah blah. I was like, no. She's like, no, you should come. It's gonna be so much fun. I was like, fuck it, okay, I'll come. You know what I mean? So again, getting out of my comfort zone and being like, okay, I can do this, and like maybe some, embrace the community that they're building there a little bit more, that kind of thing. And because just going to the class I have been going, it's a very tight community. Like it's actually really cool. And I'm like, all right. Like yesterday, the chick that does the one yoga class I go to each week, she made her whole class based around like Christmas music, right? And
Cool.
she's like, she's like, I hope you guys don't mind Christmas music. And the one guy there was one guy in the class. The one guy in the class, he was like, actually, I'm not a big fan of Christmas music, but this playlist was pretty good. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, actually, can I have this playlist? Because I really liked it.
You
So
wanna
I was
you wanna
like,
bop around to it?
no, I was like, she shared her playlist for me and everything like that. And like just simple things like that. I know it sounds stupid, but like as adults, I find it's really hard for us to find new friends and new community and things like that. We don't have, activities like kids do anymore. So it's scary putting yourself into situations like that too, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna make myself vulnerable and meet new people. You know what I mean? So it's actually been it's been another piece that's been really good, and it's been really, just physically it's good. Like the yoga and pilates has been great. Like my core strength is amazingly better than it was just even a month ago. But just emotionally also, it's just, it's actually helping me release. Like I started freaking crying during savasana yesterday. I was like,
Wow.
what's wrong with me?
No, that's so cool. Like when I was super into yoga before bodybuilding,
Yeah.
like really into yoga, and Shavasana was just like if people do it right, man,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
she was playing that
awesome.
song Hallelujah, and it was a really like moving mix of it, and I'm like, yeah.
I love that song, especially like versions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
It was one of those, again, if you've never done yoga or whatever, this is just it's the corpse pose or whatever. You're just laying there and letting everything just release, and that's basically what happened. So I don't know if I've ever cried like that during bodybuilding. Like I don't think, unless the weights made me cry, which I don't think I've ever had that happen. So
Oh, I've had that happen a lot.
well, you also have Drew pushing you in the gym, so that's different.
Yeah. And most of the time wasn't him, it was other trainers, but
Oh,
they
really?
were just as ruthless.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, I don't think there's ever been an instance where I've cried in the gym. I'm not. I cry when I get emotional. I don't cry when like things hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I cry when I'm upset. So
yeah.
and I found myself doing it a lot more recently. I think I'm going through perimenopause or something. I don't know. Like I'm like, oh, my emotions are everywhere. I'm like, what's going on with me
You
right
know
now?
what's so
So
funny about this? And this is the first thing Drew said when I texted him I got my cycle. So it was like Monday. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, Monday. We're just sitting at the dining room table, and I just have like this overwhelming presence of like emotion and
yeah,
needing to cry. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? And I
yeah,
thought it was because I was having anxiety about the New York trip, which I was obsessing over on Monday. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just like really upset about this. Like I need to talk to Drew about it. So Drew comes out, he's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. He's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, I don't know. And so as soon as I texted him yesterday, I was like, I got my period. He goes, oh my God, thank God. Monday makes so much more sense now. He's like, I literally thought you were losing your mind. I was like, I thought I was losing my mind too.
I've been in situations like that before too, where I'm just like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing this right now. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, like I had zero control. I was just like,
Yeah.
ah, what's happening? Why are you doing this?
It's like I said, like that same thing happened in yoga yesterday, and I'm like looking around. I'm in this room full of people. I'm like, I'm fucking crying, laying on the floor. What is like these people are gonna think I'm fucking nuts? Like, what? This is dumb.
It's the holidays.
I
Shit
know.
is crazy during the
This is true.
holidays.
This
So
is
I
true.
don't judge anybody and their
I
emotions
know.
on the holidays.
Oh my God. And it's one of those things too. It's like because you're feeling this now too. It's like we're going through these changes where everything in our life is starting to shift a little bit. So you start questioning everything. You just
Yeah.
start questioning everything that's going on in your life, and that can be very emotionally taxing. Very emotionally taxing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
I
it's,
mean,
and like
it's
sometimes the stuff too that like you've worked for your whole life. Like I always go back to like I worked so hard to be able to buy that house in Virginia, right? And now I'm like, I like my little apartment in Vegas. You know what I mean?
I
Like
put the
it's
house on the market in Florida last week.
oh, did you? Okay. Because you guys are renting that out, right?
We did. We had a long-term renter, and then it was
Yeah.
basically just open over the last 6 months. Like, if people go out for assessments, they use it, or our friends go out to Tampa all the time. But Drew went out there a couple, whatever, month or so ago, and he was like, "Even if we do move back to Florida, which I don't think we ever will," he's like, "I would never wanna be in this house." Like, and it
Mhm.
sucks. It's just like there's such great memories there. Like, we bought that house when we were 24. We were the only, out of all of our friends, we were the only one that had a house for so long. We put the pool in the backyard, whatever. It's a beautiful house, but we just would never go back there because it just we think about all the bad memories that are in there. And so we ultimately decided to put it up on the market. So we'll see what happens with it. But you're right, like it's a lot of change going on,
Yeah.
and Drew and I are in our mid-30s, and we just had a big call with our accountant over the week. He's like, I need to know what you guys want in your life in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's a really like broad statement, but when you really sit down to think about it, which I think was another reason why I was emotional on Monday too, because that call was on Monday. I was like, what do I want the next 10 years of my life to look like?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting ready to make some really big business and financial decisions. And I'm like, is this the right move? Do I want this for another 10,
Yeah.
So it's scary. It's what I talked about on the Fit Body Fusion podcast, where it's like these are the moments you prayed for, and now you're stressing about them, but here they are. And
Yep.
you prayed for this moment, here it is. But it's like, damn, like
Yep.
now I got to deal with it, but it's good. It's all good things. It's
Yeah.
just it's
And
a
I
lot of
think at the end of the
transition.
day, even if it's a bad thing, it has to happen. You know what I mean? Like you have to go through that in order to get to the other side. So it's like, going back to the same thing that we talked about before, like usually this time frame is when I'm on a time crunch for CCTS. And this year I'm just like, oh, no stress. We'll talk about the Fit Body Fusion Summit in a minute, but like I'm watching you guys put all the stuff together for the summit, and I'm like, I don't have to do that this year.
God,
you know,
that group chat on my phone blows. It's blowing up right now. It's
it's so
constant.
funny. It's like you don't realize, and it's almost like it when you're in that moment, like it masks all of the other things that you actually need to do. You know what I mean? Because you're just so immersed in that. So again, going back to this is why a lot of the change is happening right now, because now I have the opportunity to actually think about it. Like you said, what do I want out of the next 10 years? You know what I mean? What do I actually want? Do I want to keep this house in Virginia that's just sitting there? Most of the time it's just sitting there at this point. So it's stuff like that that you have to think about. You have to make decisions. And it's like when you have other things going on that you can distract yourself from those decisions, it's like you just don't even focus on it. But now that that's not there, now you're like, okay, well now I got to start making some choices,
Yeah, 100%. Because literally the
Yeah.
house has just been sitting there, and then I'm getting the tax of the capital
Right.
gains, and I'm like, no, I'm not going
Right.
back. So I need to make a choice. Either I'm gonna put a renter in there, or I'm gonna sell it. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
it's heavy. It's all good things at the end of the day. It's choices. And I
Right.
always say with each choice comes a consequence, good or bad, and you just hope at the end of the day that you make the right choice. And even if you don't and it's a bad consequence, you deal with that. And that's how you learn in life. But
Right.
it's big, scary financial moves, and you just hope that you make the right one.
I really feel like this kind of thing happens every 10 years or so. Like, I don't know about you, but I feel like every 10 years or so, it's like everything shifts completely, And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's when you enter a new phase of your life. It's like every time you enter a new phase of your life, something else big has to shift.
Yeah. It's like
So,
shedding and molting, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, is what I say too. Like when you go through the hard stuff, you just have to keep going because there's no other option. You know what I mean? Like you can't quit. You can't just lay down. You can't do that. Like life is gonna keep going. So it's like you have to just deal with it. And there's gonna be good stuff on the other side. You just gotta get through it first. And
we don't
sometimes
we don't know good without bad, and
that's
vice
right.
versa,
That's
so they
right.
come hand in hand. And nobody's life is perfect, and we all deal with things. Some people share it, some don't. We
Right.
never know what that person is experiencing. So yeah, it is. I see that for sure. Like every 10 years it's like this new shedding of skin and creating the new. And I think that's just how we grow and develop as adults. And I think it's a
Yeah,
good thing. If you're
absolutely.
stuck in the same thing all the time, I think that's more concerning than, wanting change, or, wanting to reevaluate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, struggles are a part of life. That's what makes it beautiful.
Yes.
So I'd just like to take a moment to welcome our new channel partners, Prozis. If you are unfamiliar with them, go ahead and go down into my description box now, click on the link, go check out their site. They are the leading supplement sports nutrition company based out of Portugal, been around for 17 years. You might be asking what makes Prozis unique.
Well, everything that they make is made in-house or with trusted partners. They have to go through rigorous testing in Portugal in order to even get any products on the market. So what you're going to find really high quality, pure supplementation. And one of the biggest things for me is I have some GI issues. So being able to eat some of these more healthy protein treats and things like that and not have any gut issues, oh, worth its weight in gold. Go check them out. Click on the link in my description box below. Use the code cuties10 to get all of your discounts and even some special surprises. They're always putting out some amazing promotions. Let them know that I sent you and let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching and thank you for supporting our channel. Now, go optimize your own athletic abilities and check out Prozis.com.
Yeah.
On that note, let's talk about the Fit Body Fusion Summit a little bit, because there's still some tickets left, right?
Yes. So I think we're down to like 15 tickets. So not a lot. And I know that
Yeah.
there was some messages that went out because people were asking if they could bring their spouse to like the VIP dinner and stuff. But yeah, the event it's going to be amazing. The way that we're kind of thinking about this event is we're thinking about all of the issues and questions that we see from our clients through the year. And we want to heavily talk about that at the summit to set up all the athletes on the right note for this season. So what are we expecting for in check-ins, or what does the show day look like for new competitors, or what are our expectations as a Fit Body Fusion coach, and education and training. We're doing a lot of focus on training and breakout sessions and
Okay.
posing, and we have Phoebe Hannigan coming in for posing, and then we have Dove, our team LPF coach, pelvic floor therapist. Just we have so many amazing things that are going to be going on. So if you're able to get out there and you're an athlete of Fit Body Fusion, I promise you, this is not like any summit we've ever done before. Drew and I have been really heavily involved this year. And as you guys know, we love to educate. So it's going to be a lot of education. And, for people that have been interested in assessments, you guys all hear about all of our Olympians getting assessments and assessed and things like that. We just brought on 2 amazing trainers to our team, Annie and Allison. Allison's going to be the training director. They both have moved out here. They've been coaching under actually Annie's in Tampa right now with Hobby, and then Allison has been working under Drew. So if you want an assessment, they're going to be available to the entire team, not just our Olympians. So this is an amazing opportunity to get to know them. We already have both of the girls are already booked for assessments too. So I'm just really, really excited about Fit Body Fusion as a whole going into 2026. I think that all of us have had an amazing season in 2025 behind the scenes. I think Drew has really stepped up in the educational route for, myself and all of our coaches, and we've all benefited from that. And I think that we're all walking out better coaches because of Drew and his education. And now we're kind of shifting focus to continue that in the back end, but also give more to our athletes and, getting them out on the right foot. So, that's the great thing about being a big team, is that we have so many amazing coaches, and they're all going to be involved in some sort of way with their strengths. Either they're going to be lecturing or helping with posing or helping with the breakout sessions. And I'm just really excited. It's at the beautiful Arizona Grand. If you've never been there, it is insane. It's such a beautiful resort, and they're working really well with us. So I'm extremely excited. So I hope you guys are going to come out and be there. And we stole Sean's date for CCTS, which is the second week of January. So
That was like the first thing that Angela said on the group chat. So like, thank you, Sean, for not doing CCTS this year. It's like,
it's just such a good date. It's such a good date.
I
Sorry.
know. I know. Listen, that's why we did it there for 10 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
I'm just saying, we
She's
knew.
smarty.
We can think,
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, one of the good things too is what I would say is if you're even thinking about joining Fit Body Fusion too, this is a good opportunity because all the coaches will be there. You can get to know us in person and see if there's somebody that you click with,
It's open to all athletes. You
yes,
do not have to be a part of Fit Body Fusion. This is open to any athletes.
That's right. That's right. So, you'll get hands-on experience, you'll get all that kind of stuff. And maybe you find a coach that you're just like, yeah, that's the person that I really resonate with. I'm actually going to drive because I was like, I could fly. I was like, but I was like, I'm gonna drive up because then I can drive to the team workout and all that stuff and just take my time. I was gonna ask you about your body work girl. Is she doing anything that weekend too?
Yeah, she's actually gonna be there too. Kristen's gonna
Okay.
be on site doing some stuff. Yeah, and I can give you her number so you could text her.
Yeah.
But yes, Kristen's available that week. Literally all of our like Arizona peeps are gonna be there. Like
Yeah.
anybody that you've heard us talk about. So Kristen, our trainers, Allison and Annie, Dove, Phoebe, Toxic Angel Bikinis is gonna be there. We have a Global Formulas is gonna be there. We have a bunch of sponsors, Dark Sports helping out too. Like it's truly like everybody's on board, which is really,
Yeah.
really cool. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys are even thinking about it, there's a handful of tickets left. Are there any of the VIP tickets left or those are gone?
I think there's a few left.
Okay.
Like I said, I know the VIPs got an email either this morning or they're getting one tomorrow inviting the spouses because we're getting a lot of influx about that where they're like, my husband doesn't want to go to everything else. He just wants to go to the dinner. So,
Yeah.
but so look out for those emails. But yes, there's a handful of tickets left. It is going to sell out for sure.
Yeah.
So just if you're interested, because I know there's some people on my end that are like, oh, I'm trying to, figure out childcare and things like that. And I'm like, you might want to just buy it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
close.
Well, I was
So
gonna say too, there's several other places to stay in that area too. I know some girls are doing like Airbnbs and things like that too. There's a bunch of like chain hotels and stuff like that too. So if like you don't want to stay at the resort, you can stay elsewhere as well. I've never been to the resort, so I don't know what all goes on there.
there it like literally once you get there you don't have to leave. It's got a beautiful gym. It's huge. It's got a golf course for people who love to golf. It has a beautiful pool, several pools, and it's got a full spa. So and we negotiated. They're giving you a really good price with no resort fees. I think it's like $180 to stay there,
Okay.
something really cheap. So
Okay.
I encourage you guys just to get there. That way you literally don't have to leave if you don't want to. But yes, there are some people. We have really beautiful Airbnbs here in Arizona with like, cool stuff outside and things like that. But again,
Yeah.
like the event is jam packed. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to have time to do much unless you're coming in on the front end or staying more on the back end. We have you guys working except
Okay.
for our 1 hour lunch break. So it's going to be jam packed.
Yeah. And for those of us that are actually working the event, it's like, okay, we're gonna be working all day long and go sleep.
Yeah, literally. From sun up to sundown, Friday and Saturday, I'm working my ass off. And
Yeah.
and then I have athletes that are coming on Thursday. I'm gonna go post up at the host hotel and do some in-person check-ins because I have over 25 athletes on my roster that are coming. And
Nice.
obviously I'll want an in-person check-in. So I want to make myself available to them. So yeah, it's gonna be an amazing weekend. It's going to be a weekend where we need all of the caffeine.
Right? As I'm sitting here and caffeine.
I ran out. I don't have a ghost yet. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
yeah, I got my Costco delivery. I got it on lock.
I got mine on Amazon and now it's not coming for like 2 weeks. I'm like, what's going on,
Oh,
Amazon? Come on.
well, sometimes, so I like to get the ghost ones. And sometimes Costco doesn't have them, so I have to get like something random. But like the last 3 times I've made orders, they've had ghosts, so I'm good.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Sean. Can
I
you give
know,
me one through the
sorry.
computer?
I know, but you like your pink ones anyway. So
I
these are
do.
like the variety pack. So I don't think you'll be able to do the variety pack.
That's Nikki's favorite flavor.
Oh, is it the cherry
Yep.
limeade?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really care as long as it's a ghost one. I just like either that ghost or rain, but they don't have rain at Costco, so it
No.
is what it is.
Love a good old Costco haul though.
I know, right?
Such a good one.
But yeah, so like it's funny because we're sitting here having a little bit of a break, but really it's not a break because we're getting into January in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's like it's crazy when I start. I'm like plotting out what I have to do before Christmas. And I'm like, fuck, where's the time going? I'm like, son of a bitch. I was like, I still have Christmas gifts I have to buy. I'm like,
Oh my
ah,
God. Nikki and I did that a little bit this morning. I feel like I'm like 75% there, but oh my God, I hate Christmas shopping. Like I love all of you so much, but it's just, I wish that Christmas was just like, buy what you want for yourself and go
I
spend time with your
know.
families.
Well, so hard
love
because I
giving
got
gifts, but I'm terrible at gift giving. I'm terrible at it. Terrible.
it's for me, it's like I don't want to just get you something random. I want to get you something that's going to like be special. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's not about for me, it's not about the cost, it's the sentiment. You know what I mean? So that
100%.
takes way more effort.
Yes. And it's like people, I love the sentiment of like giving somebody like a basket full
Yeah.
of the face masks, but it's like everybody has their stuff that they like to use. So most of the time, like I don't use that stuff. I'm just being
Yeah.
honest, like I don't. So,
Yeah.
it's hard. Like if you don't like really know what the person wants, or honestly, someone like me, Nikki's the best gift giver. She figures out gifts for me all the time, but everybody else is like, you're impossible. And it's right, because if I want something, I just go out and buy it. Jamie,
Right.
same thing. I have no
Right.
idea whatever to buy that woman.
Yeah.
So it's just hard. And I agree. Like I want to give something that has thought and emotion and but it's difficult.
It is.
It's my thing. It's bad. It's bad.
I just find myself getting lost and trying to like think and like find something for hours. And it's like I'll just go randomly shopping through stores to see if I can spark an idea. And
Exactly.
I'm like, I need something. Like I literally could grab something off the shelf and give it to someone, but that doesn't do anything for me or them, I
No.
don't think. You know what I mean? So it's like, I
You
don't
know
know. It's hard.
who is taken care of after this morning shopping spree?
True.
All of the animals in my family.
Uh,
Nikki's dog's got a gift.
yes.
Dare's dog's got a gift. Nate's dog's got a gift. All the dogs around us have their
And you could
gifts.
literally give them a piece of wrapping paper and they would be happy.
Oh, they would. They would for sure. They would. But we all had dogs, and it's like,
Yes.
Nikki on her list this morning was like, I need to go get the dog stuff. I'm like, oh, me too. So we went to TJ Maxx. We got all these toys, and it's just that's the fun part for me. Like I want to watch my kids,
I know.
enjoy Christmas.
Well, they actually get excited too. I don't know about your dogs. My dogs get excited to open up gifts. Like they know it's
Oh, yeah.
theirs.
Oh yeah,
It's like
they love
like
it.
I always get them like one of those stockings that has all the toys inside of it. So they'll know, like they'll sniff it and they know it's a dog toy, and then so we'll rip it open and then just drop the toys on the floor like a freaking piñata and they just go fucking crazy. It's great.
They're good
It's
all
the
day.
best.
Yeah.
It's the best. And then they go nuts. They find the squeakers. They rip everything apart. They have a great time.
I do the bark box once a month, which
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little on the expensive side, but again, I don't have kids. They are my kids. So
Yeah.
like I save money in other ways. So yeah, they know though when that box shows up, they see it and they know it's for them. And it's so fun. It's so fun to watch how happy they get. That's what I love. Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, so Dolly, I can't remember if I'd said this or not on this podcast or not, but Dolly was overweight by a lot. She was a stuffed little sausage. She's supposed to be about 12 pounds max, and she was 16. So, on a little wiener dog body, that's a lot of weight. So since September, she's down to 13.2 pounds.
Wow.
So she's dropped a significant amount of her body weight, right? And she just feels so much better. Like when it's raining out, she used to hate going out in the rain. She used to hate going out in the snow and all that kind of stuff. Now she fucking loves it. She's like, bring it on, guys. Let's go. It's walk time. Let's go. I got this. It's just crazy to see like how much more like spry she is and excited she is and everything. It's like weight makes a big difference. Even in dogs, weight makes a big difference in lifestyle.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
sure.
and then there's Elvis, who just freaking loves that place too. It's like he's in great shape, and he's like 13 at this point or something like that. And he acts like he's 12, like 10, not 12. No, he's not 13. He acts like he's like 2.
I lose track of how old they are all the time, and people ask me. I've been saying 8 and 4 for quite a while. I think that needs to be adjusted. I need to do some math on that.
we have a saying, forever 3. That's our saying, because
I love that.
we have a mobile vet, and at one point they came over and they were doing the annual checkup for Elvis, Piggle, and Dolly. And so the vet, she was like, okay, so how old is Elvis now? And my husband goes, he's 3. I go, he was 3 when we adopted him. We've had him for 4 years. I was like, he's not 3. It's like, he's not 3 years old. So he's like, oh, I just didn't like. I was like, so that's our joke now. It's like the dogs are forever 3. They're forever 3.
So Dan said that with like chest high
Oh,
confidence.
100%. He's like, oh, he's 3. I was like, no, we adopted him when he was 3.
Yeah, but we adopted him. He wasn't a baby. He was full size.
I was like, oh my God. But it's just like, that's a testament to life too. It's like time goes by so fast and everything too. And it's like, I was like, no, he's definitely at least 7 right now.
Forever 3. What's
Forever
the age?
3.
Forever 3.
Forever 3. Forever 3. That's our dogs.
That's
always.
cute.
They're always 3 years old. The way I keep track of how old they are is actually through my Facebook posts, because I always take a picture and post it on their birthday. That's the only way I keep track of their age.
That's smart. How old are you two? Oh my God, that's so cute right now. Let me just them snuggling
There's
together.
the oh, there's the big
The
carrot.
big ass carrot. Yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't know, but I bought him a new one. Literally, Nikki
Aw.
shoved it, shoved it. She's like, he needs a new one. Buy him one. I'm like, okay, geez, sorry.
Well,
Whoa.
he brings one of his toys anytime you come into the door. He's got to offer a peace offering for you, a little gift.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I
Anytime
love
someone
it.
comes in, it's usually the carrot or the massive chicken.
I love it. They're so dogs are great. Dogs are
They are.
amazing.
We don't despise
Um,
dogs.
okay, so let's answer. I only got a couple of questions in, like I said. So one of the questions that we didn't really talk about last week with the fit model stuff was how do we feel about the coverage on the fit model suits getting smaller? So for me personally, I just say pick a lane. Like at first I really didn't like the extra coverage. At first I really didn't like it. Now I'm more like, okay, we're kind of working our way into this. Like I actually see the benefit to it. Like in myself, when I wear the fuller coverage, my glutes look rounder. Like I even have a few of my bikini girls. I'm like, let's put you in a little bit more coverage because that's going to cover up some of the shallow parts on your glutes, things like that. So I actually see the benefits of the fuller coverage. I don't want to see fit model go all the way towards what we see in bikini now. I would be okay with a little bit less coverage, a little bit more of that scoop and scrunch over the top. But at the end of the day, like if they're going to penalize one person for not having enough coverage and not penalize the other, like again, pick a lane. Pick a lane.
I agree. I agree. I hated the suit cuts when they came out. And I think
Yeah.
a part of that too, and maybe you can agree or speak to this, was just the suit designers were still trying to figure out what this looked like and
Absolutely.
what they wanted. And now that I feel like we have more designs through the year, like I actually like the way that it looks. I
Yep.
think it should look different than bikini. So,
Mhm.
Sean and I have expressed that we wished it was a little bit of a different uniform with like a cute sports bra and like a
Yeah.
boy short and wearing like a, a sneaker, but obviously we didn't get that. So I think that the best next thing is obviously removing the bling and then having that larger cut. Now, the frustration is that literally at some shows we've been at this year, a girl has been penalized because the suit was not 50% coverage. But then towards the later half of the year, we see girls that are not wearing 50% coverage and they're getting awarded. So I agree. I don't really care. I mean, I do. I have an opinion, but like I really don't care at the end of the day. What I care about as a coach is that I need to know how to tell my fit model girl to show up. Is that 50% coverage or is that less?
Yep.
And I I don't know. I'm just as confused with this because literally one of the last shows that I watched, it was Tyler judging it, and I saw some of these girls with the smaller suits. So, it's just it's confusing.
Yes.
So I just need
Yes.
consistency. At the end of the day, like that's what I always say to the judges: give me a target, I'll nail it every single time. The problem is when you do this.
Yep. That's right. Because it's one of those things. It's like if you're going to say that they're going to get penalized for it, then penalize them for it. But again, you have to have a specific like this is what we're looking for on the 50% coverage. This is what it needs to have, right?
Yeah.
So my interpretation of that was always that we just didn't want that suit to go hike up the ass like we do for bikini, which I think that that's a good measuring stick for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? Like if you're not putting a thong on, you got a little bit of a Brazilian cut or something like that. I think that's a good place to be.
Correct. Like should look
Um,
like more like a heart.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm good with that. And I think, the inherent sentiment behind that too was also to make this division more marketable towards mainstream as well. Because, you have a lot of moms, things like that want to get on stage and don't want to be sticking their whole ass out to the world to their kids and stuff. So I get that. I understand that concept behind that. So again, my only gripe with the whole thing is just be consistent with how you reward it. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like you can do 50, 30, 20. I don't care what the percentage coverage is on there. Just be consistent. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever the uniform is, stick with that.
That's right. That's right. Did you have any questions that you wanted to bring up?
Sure. Yeah, I had a few. Okay. Somebody said advice or tips for new pros working towards their pro debut season.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of it depends on this. That's the first thing. What was your feedback when you won your pro card? That's the first thing, right?
Right.
So did the judges say you're good, just go into a show, or did the judges say go build, or did they say more condition? What did they say? That's the first thing. Take note of what they said. But I would also say you won your pro card. Give yourself a breather to figure out what you need to improve upon. but don't wait too long. Get yourself up on that stage and see where you stand, because until you put yourself into that league, to be honest with you, you're not going to know what you need to improve upon. You're standing up against national competitors versus pro competitors. Those are two very, very different things. And until you actually stick yourself into that pool, you may get eaten by sharks that first time, but you need to do that in order to know what to really, really work on to improve.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really great way to take it of like the timing of the pro debut.
Yeah.
Like when I turned pro, Jamie said to me, like, I rather just get you up on the pro
Yep.
stage now so we can get you compared and then we get that direct feedback of what we need to do.
Mhm.
Which is what we did. We went in a couple weeks later and then my season just kept going because they just kept telling me to show up. Now, had they told me, hey, she needs more size or you need to shut it down, whatever, we would have. But the
Yeah.
feedback was keep showing up. So I also now encourage my athletes that way, like Jamie does, of like turning pro, and then let's just put you up on the pro stage, and we can
Mhm.
wait a couple weeks. We could get you a free meal. We don't have to go to do a show next week, but like let's get you up there and let's get compared. And the pro league is all about feedback and momentum, So you have to realize like number one, too, is like adjusting your mindset that you were at the top level of nationals, winning overalls, getting first place, doing really well. You're now right back to the bottom.
Yep.
Unless you have an insane genetics, you're not coming in and winning a pro show. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So, you just remember that, go into your pro show of like your first show ever. Like have
Mhm.
fun, meet the other pros backstage, network, and just go with zero expectations and control your controllables. Like we always say, like bring an amazing posing routine and obviously package. And the judges start remembering that. Then you go from here to here and here to here, and you just continuously work your way up. And then before you know it, you'll be in those top spots.
Yeah. And I would also say, this is just something random I was thinking about, is stick with your coach after you win your pro card. I see a lot of people asking this question, like, do I have to get a new coach, a guru, or this or that in order to go and do well in the pro league? And the answer is no. Stick with somebody who understands your body, knows how to push you to the next level. No coach out there, because of their name, is going to make you an Olympian. Period. They're going to make you an Olympian by working with you, just like any other coach out there. So there's no need to drop whoever you have in order to have somebody better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like let me be very clear. All of us coaches have the same ability to coach somebody to a pro card and to an
Yes.
Olympian, right? The difference is how much time and investment does that coach give to themselves and their education and learning the sport. So there's the coaches that you see that are these top coaches, they are more than likely the ones that are traveling to shows, networking, and working with athletes that respect them enough to follow the plan, right? I love Jamie, and I think she would appreciate this. There's nothing special about Jamie. She just invested everything into learning the sport, and now
Yep.
she's an amazing top coach. But there was nothing special about it. She was an athlete. She learned what worked. She learned what didn't, which is why she opened up Fit Body Fusion because her coach was, very meal plan driven and strict, and it made her binge. And she said there has to be a different way. So she opened up
Mhm.
Fit Body Fusion, started coaching, doing this macros thing, and found a different way
Yep.
and then continue to capitalize on that. And now don't get me wrong, she's amazing. She is the GOAT. She's one of the best. She's the only top female athlete or coach in this industry, right?
Yeah.
So, there's something to say for that, but she was just like everybody else when she started. So
That's right.
your coach that you're working with right now, as long as they're willing to work and learn and show up to shows with you, I think there's beauty in that with an
Absolutely.
amateur who has like a smaller coach and they work together to figure this thing out. Honestly, that's what I was working with my first coach, but they didn't want to travel and they just made themselves a little bit smaller than what I wanted to be, which was fine. And
Yeah.
that's why we ended up parting ways, but he had the ability and so does everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. So, at the end of the day, stick with what works. I think that's when you're going into the pro league, stick with what works and make decisions after you've given it everything, right?
Absolutely.
Whatever that may be. It's not like you are jumping into a new league. So again, go into it with the eyes wide open and ready to learn more than anything else.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
Um, another question that was sent in to me, I will touch on this a little bit, is what did I think of the Dream Big Olympia movie?
I have not seen it. I told Sean this morning I was waiting because Drew's in Vegas. He's coming home right now. We were gonna watch it this weekend. But I'm hearing some negative reviews.
Yeah. So Fuad did a podcast thing yesterday with some other guy. I don't know who he was. It just popped up on my YouTube, probably because I watched the Olympia movie, and Fuad hadn't watched it either. So the other guy had, and so the other guy was kind of doing a synopsis of what it was about. And if you watch Fuad's take without watching the movie, Fuad's 100% right. He's 100% right. So it focuses on the production of the Olympia more than it does the athletes. Yes, they do touch on some of the athlete stories, things like that, but it's very, very minute in comparison to following the production team and staff behind the Olympia. It was not what I was expecting. So like it for me, it was, I'm just gonna be honest, it was boring. It was very slow paced. It felt like they were trying to be very over dramatic.
Man, that's like such a bummer too, because I was a part of last year's Olympia, the 60th Olympia, right? When they filmed this, and they were making it seem like it was very like athlete focused, and this was going to be like a memoir to the Olympia. And yeah, like again, I haven't watched any of these things, so I don't know, but that's just really disappointing because I had this vision in my mind of like what it was going to be, and that's not it at all.
Yeah. And like I would have even liked it better if they focused on like the judges more, like if they got more of Tyler in there, more like Sandy or Becky or something. If they got more of that concept of it, even that would have been cool, because that's a perspective we haven't seen before, but there wasn't any of that either. So
Interesting.
it was
I wonder
not
I wonder what the person asking this question felt about the video if they've watched it.
I know. Maybe they didn't watch it. Maybe they're asking to find out if they should waste the 2 hours. And it was a waste
And the
of 2 hours.
$9.99, it's like $9.99, right? On Amazon Prime.
It's actually because I have Amazon Prime, so I watched it for free. So I don't know if
Oh,
it's.
okay.
I don't know if you. I didn't have to pay for it.
I
Thankfully.
didn't look at it on my Amazon Prime TV. I think I looked at it like, just Googling it, not
Okay.
signed into
Okay.
anything. But I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have to pay if you're not a part of Prime, which
Okay.
obviously
Yeah.
that makes sense. But
Yeah. I just clicked to
well,
watch. Thank God.
I'll probably watch Fuad's take because I love Fuad. So
Yeah.
I'll probably watch his take and
Yeah.
not watch
No,
it.
he's 100% right. He's 100% right. He hasn't even
Yeah.
watched it. So that's, and you'll see like the comments on that particular video too. Everybody said the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate because like that was a big opportunity. That's a 60th Olympia. It was a big opportunity to really showcase, what it was like to be a bodybuilder in this industry, and they didn't really do that. So
Yeah, and I feel like too, I was excited. I think I more had along the lines of, gosh, what's the Iron?
Generation Iron.
Yeah, I had more of like that vibe, like with like following maybe like 2 to 3 athletes, and then a little bit of like the production of the show and talking to the judges. Like I just had this vision, and that wasn't it of what I'm hearing. So yeah, it is. It's disappointing. It's just like you're saying, Sean, it was an opportunity to really showcase bodybuilding. And obviously this is a sport that gets a lot of taboo of people
Mhm.
that don't understand the sport. And I was hoping it was going to shed like positive light on the sport, and I don't know, the weeks leading up to it, and the work and the hard work, or following the athletes like the night before the show. Like I don't know, it just definitely could have been done a better way then.
The best way I can describe it is the whole thing felt like it was a commercial for future sponsors. That's what it felt like. Like they were showcasing the venue and the lighting and the this, and this is how many seats are here. And that I'm like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care how many seats are in this auditorium. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Nor do you even think about that when you're sitting in the
no.
auditorium. Yeah. No.
I don't know. It's just, and again, it felt very forced. It felt like a commercial. It felt like a
Mhm.
commercial. They're talking about how they sold out all the VIP tickets in 3 days. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. That wasn't the case this year, just saying. Sorry. Okay.
I mean,
I didn't try to stop.
I'm being maybe I'm being a hater, but y'all can watch it and determine
If
for
you've watched
yourself.
it, drop your
But
comments, and then I'm gonna go off your guys' comments. So
yeah,
drop the comments how you felt
yeah,
about it. Should I watch it? Should I not? Yeah, what was your take on it?
yeah. It was just, and it's just a lot of like some of the production I was of the movie itself. I was like, I could have done this on CapCut. Like I was like, this is not, it just wasn't well done. It just wasn't well done. It was very slow. It was very like I said, they have they had this narrator in the background that was super over dramatic in how they delivered all the lines. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm sounding like a hater now.
You said it.
I'm sorry. I wasted 2 hours of my life last night. Let me just say.
I'm definitely not watching it now. I'm definitely not watching it now. Okay, well, thank you, listener, for bringing this up.
Yeah.
You saved me some time. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So on that note, do you have any other questions? I wanted to bring up some fun like this or that to kind of close it out. But do you have another question that you wanted to bring up before we do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, let's do this is a quick one. What is our favorite brand of leggings and tops to work out in?
Well, I'm wearing mine right now. Prozis. So if you
Prozis.
yeah, if you follow me at all, it's here in the description box here on YouTube. They've been a sponsor of this YouTube channel of me for the last 2 years now. Based out of Portugal, but they now have offices here in the States too. So through all the tariffs and stuff, they had a little bit of an issue because of just having everything from Portugal. So now they actually have a headquarters here. I think it's based in Orlando here.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So their products are amazing. Like I have a hard time with a lot of the protein powders and stuff like that I get from just random places here in the States because there's a lot of fillers, there's a lot of shit in them. With this company that doesn't exist. The process to get supplements and food approved in Portugal is way stricter than what we have here in the US. So I don't have any GI issues, anything like that. And then their workout clothes, that's all I wear. All I wear is Prozis. I mean, this is one of their tops that I've got on right now. I've got the lounge wear on my pants right now. This is Prozis right here. So they've got everything from leggings to sweatpants to this is lounge wear. So it's really soft. I travel in these all the time. So they're super soft and comfortable. They got the compression shorts. They got all of that. So it's like, it's really, really high quality too. So that's my
Do you
favorite.
have a code?
Yep, Cuties 10.
There
Yep.
you go.
And they're really good. Like if they have like a Black Friday sale going on or something like that, or a Christmas sale or whatever, you can use that code plus my code.
Stacked
You'll get
it.
the discount and you'll get free stuff and all that, whatever they got going on for their promotion. So they're really good about stacking the codes. Yeah.
Sweet.
What about you?
Mine are TLF. I am sponsored by them, so I have a code. It is TLF dash JAYY. But new found a TLF. They found me at the Olympia, gave me some stuff at the Olympia. And I'm like, oh my God. So
Mm.
literally Drew and I went home and ordered a bunch of stuff. Drew loves their clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, he literally cleared out his entire closet and bought all new stuff TLF. So TLF has been amazing. Bombshell, love Bombshell,
Mhm.
Aloe, and I'll dabble in Lululemon. I just went there
Yeah.
for the first time in like a year, a couple days ago. I actually found some really cute stuff. So, but yeah, I circle between those four. Those are my favorite.
I've shopped like online for Lulu's, but I've never bought anything. I don't know. I just feel like it's just kind of meh. But I haven't looked
Yeah.
in a while. I haven't actually looked in a
The
while.
quality is decent.
Mhm.
They had some years where like I like the Align version, which is very similar to what you're wearing with like that buttery soft material. That's what
Yeah.
I don't like compression. I like soft.
Same.
Soft and what I want to say like firm. Like I feel like I'm wearing it like it's not loose, but I don't like tight.
Yeah.
And then it would like start to pull, but Lululemon stands by their clothes. So like you could bring leggings back that are 6 months old and they would replace them for you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, like Nikki loves Lululemon. But yeah, my friend Victoria was in town. She wanted to go find this pair of shoes there. And I'm like, man, I haven't been in Lululemon forever. And I literally just got an email from American Express that I had $75 credit for the year. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go find something. And I ended up like walking out with like $300 worth of stuff. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, it's got to be in season for you with like the colors that you like and the styles. But my like right now my closet is full of TLF and Aloe. Like that's usually my and Bombshell, like my three go-tos.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Bombshell stuff, but I haven't actually bought anything from Bombshell in a long time. But it's if I'm not wearing Prozis, I'm wearing Bombshell. It's one of the two. Yeah.
The thing with Bombshell, and I get it, it's expensive and they never have sales, but my Bombshell stuff lasts forever.
100%. Yeah.
Like
agreed.
I have shit from 6 years ago that's still good. So it's expensive, but I never have issues with it. And the color stays really well too. Like the black, it's still black,
Yes. Yeah, same. I have, and that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't bought anything from them in years, but I still wear their stuff pretty regularly from what I did buy.
Yeah. What I like about
it's
Bombshells, they're
good.
sets. So it's like you get the sets and then you're good. You know, you get the pants and the sports bra. Cool. There's a thing. Like, and you have like 5 days worth of outfits. That's what I travel with. Like when I'm on the road, I'll just put my sets together.
Yeah.
God, all
Yeah.
the things I got to think
Absolutely.
about during the year when I'm traveling is like, what can I buy that's going to travel the best?
Oh yeah. And it's just something you put in and take out, wash, put back in. That's how
Exactly.
it works.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna do some
Okay,
fun little just to close it out for the next few minutes. I've got a this or that thing for like Christmas. So I'll pull up a few of these. We can kind of bust through them. There's a lot, so we don't have to do all of them. Well, we were just talking about some of this stuff. So, would you rather receive money or gifts for Christmas?
who's giving the gift?
I know. I know. I was about to say the same thing.
Ugh. I'll say the gift.
Yeah, I would say gift too, as long as it's with sentiment. Like I don't need
Right.
something just handed to me to hand to me. You know, if you're gonna hand me
I'd rather
something, give
know
me
the
cash. Yeah,
Yeah,
hand me cash. If you're just gonna hand me something, hand me cash. We're good.
exactly. Exactly. It's a hard one. It's a really hard question.
Let's see. Would you rather cut a real Christmas tree or buy a fake tree?
I mean, I do a fake tree, but I would prefer or I'm sorry,
Same.
I do a fake tree, but I would prefer a real tree every time.
Same. I agree
Yeah.
with that. I agree with that. You know, the fake trees are easy. You know, the real trees, you get that pine smell and everything like that. There's
Nothing
nothing that
like that.
replaces that. There's nothing that replaces
Nothing
that.
like that smell. Nope.
Yeah, my parents still get real trees. I don't get real trees, but my parents still get real trees. There's
Jamie
just
gets
like,
real tree. She's getting one this weekend. So I'm like, cool. I'm gonna come
yeah,
over to your house during the week and work so that I can
yeah.
smell
I'm like,
it.
meanwhile, I got my fucking pink tree in the background over here. I'm like,
Your
it's so real.
pink Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, yeah. It's literally a little tiny like pink tree. Yeah, I got my big one in Virginia. We put that one up before Thanksgiving. So, but that one's
Beautiful.
fake too. So,
Good.
let's see. Would you rather drink hot chocolate or mulled wine on Christmas?
Okay, so I'm not familiar with mulled wine. Is this hot wine?
Yeah,
Is this like a
just red wine.
sake? Okay, I don't like warm wine. I
Okay.
obviously I have a fucking wine collection. No, so I'm gonna say hot chocolate.
I would say the same thing. I do like mulled wine, but if I'm choosing between the two, I'm choosing hot chocolate. I'm
Yeah.
choosing hot chocolate. So, um, let's see. Would you rather drive or walk in the snow?
Drive?
Well, you're from Florida. Have you ever had to drive in the snow?
No, I've been in snow once and I was walking in it in
Okay, that was a
Breckenridge.
bad question for you then. Um, Personally, I'd rather walk in the snow. I've driven in snow a lot, being from New York.
It's
You
scary,
like,
right?
yeah, it is. And it's not as much. I'm not afraid to drive. It's the other people around me I'm afraid of. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just so used to it. I know how to manage it, but a lot of people don't, and it's that's what scares me more than anything else. So, and to be honest, it's not even the snow; it's the black ice that's the
Right.
problem. Like, so
Skidding.
yeah, it's just not knowing when you're gonna hit that, you know what I mean? So, and if somebody hits it and then they hit you, and then it's just a big mess. So I would much
Okay,
rather
I'm gonna
walk.
change my answer because I've been educated now. I'm gonna walk in the snow.
I'd much rather walk. I'd much rather walk. Let's
I
see.
am going back to Breckenridge in February with my in-laws, so I'll keep you guys posted
Okay,
on
there you
my
go.
follow-up.
Let's see. Would you rather decorate your home with white lights or multicolored?
White.
Yeah, same. I think that colored lights are a little ghetto. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they have to be done right.
Yeah.
I've seen it done right, but you gotta do it right. It
Yeah, I
can't
just
just
feel
be
like
like on
it just
off.
reminds me of like the 80s from when I grew up and stuff like that. Like it's just like it's
It
just old.
is.
Like it's
It's
not.
total retro. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Would you rather go Christmas shopping all day or tour the city's Christmas lights?
Oh, for Christmas lights.
100% with some hot chocolate and
But exactly.
maybe a little Bailey's in it.
Uh, yes, that's not a question.
Yeah, 100%. I love that's actually something we do. We'll get in the car and like drive around and stuff like that and like look at Christmas lights and everything. So
That is something that I love about Scottsdale is it's so festive. Like
yeah.
everywhere we are is Christmas lights. They do a really good Christmas lights up at the fair, whatever it's called, the
Mhm.
Princess up at one of the hotels over there. And then like my community that I live in, they literally change the plants out in December. So they're reds and the whites and the poinsettias. So it's really, really cool. It's really
Yeah.
festive over here. And then you guys see the giant elf that they put on our tower. Did you see that when I posted that on my social media?
No.
They
Just
put
send it to
this
me.
giant blow. We have like this tower that's on the corner of one of the main roads, and I call him Floyd because the street name is Floyd L. Wright.
Okay.
And I literally texted Nikki a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Where the fuck is Floyd?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then the next day, he's it looks like he's hanging on this
Oh,
giant pole. It's so cool. It's literally the best.
you should send it to me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna send it to you. I'll send it to
let's see.
you. Oh, now you got to
Okay,
read that
here,
one. Or
okay. Would you rather have reindeer antlers for 10 years or grow a permanent Santa beard? So weird.
I feel like I can make reindeer ears cute, so
Right.
I'm gonna go with that.
Same.
Because I'm assuming I can't shave the beard off, and that would
Yeah.
be a
I'm
pain in the
that
ass. So
yeah. That's what I'm assuming too. I'm assuming if you've ever seen the movie Santa Claus where he tries to like shave it off and it
yes,
grows
and it
right
comes
back.
back.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I'm envisioning. So I'd much rather have reindeer ears. Yeah, I
Can I make
agree.
a bargain? I can still have my extensions with the reindeer ears, like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you can make it cute. Like put little bows on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Just put
that.
the
Yeah.
colored lights on them, you know?
Here's another one. Would you rather have a carrot nose or eyes made out of coal? I mean, if I could
Sure.
still see, I'd want to have my eyes made out of coal. If I could still see, I'd rather have the eyes.
See, like the black eyes are creepy, but I
Yeah,
mean, obviously a
let's go with a
carrot
carrot
nose is
nose.
too. I'm already sensitive about my nose anyway, so I'm just gonna go carrot nose because
Okay.
I have a big nose, so it's fine.
So just lean into it. Just lean into it. I like
Yeah,
it.
why not?
Um, would you rather be bald or have tinsel as your hair?
Tinsel.
Same. You know,
Girls
I
pay for
said
that right now anyway.
I know. One of my friends does that. She puts like silver in her hair. It actually
It's
is really
tinsel.
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cute.
she makes me want to go back to she's got pink hair. It makes me want to go back to pink hair and just puts like
Sean,
tinsel in it. I know. I'm not gonna
you're
do it.
blonde now.
I'm not gonna do it, but it makes me want to. But yeah, it's really pretty. Like I actually said this though. I think it was like last week. I was like, because I saw a girl with a shaved head, and I was like, I wonder what I would look like with a bald head. Like,
Oh my God, some women rock it and it's
I
like hot, but
know.
it's like it's gotta be the right look.
Yes,
But
and I'm
I like when
scared
I
because
see it on
once,
someone, I'm like, yeah, that's
yeah,
it. That's cool.
and I'm scared like because once you shave it off, if your head is all bulbous, like what are you gonna do? Like you can't do anything anymore. You just gotta wear a wig until it grows back. So I'm like, I don't know if I would ever take that risk.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you got like a point on the top of your head or something that you didn't know was there. No.
Could you do
Yeah.
like a scan so you know what the shape of your head's gonna
Well,
look like?
that's
I
the
mean, you
thing.
could
It's
probably
like,
put that in AI right now and say,
yeah.
what would I
Well,
just like
the problem with it though is that if you've never seen your head bald, you don't know what it looks like. I mean, you could try that all you want, but you don't know how it's going to look until you do it.
God,
You're just not going to
what a
know.
scary concept.
I know. Like I feel bad for these guys that go bald and they just have to deal with it because they may have a really like terrible shaped head. You know. There are those out there.
Yeah.
There's this one
Okay.
guy. So I have random like Facebook groups that pop up, and there's this one guy that runs this Facebook group on there. It's like Fit Over 40 or something like that, and like he's bald and his head is bad. Like it's like it's good. It's like he goes like this, and then he's got like a hump on top, and I'm like, bro, go get a transplant or
I
something.
was gonna say, gotta go to Turkey. Gotta
I
go to
know,
Turkey.
for real,
Yeah,
it's bad.
Drew's going
It's
to
bad.
Turkey next year. This time next year.
Oh yeah.
He's got the parking lots really bad. His dad's
Oh, okay.
balding, and so yeah, he's
Well, you got to
he's
do it
meant
now
to.
so that you still have the opportunity to do it. If you don't do it now, then you like once you're bald, you can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Oh,
So I'm like,
smart.
we're getting out there. Yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Hey, it's easy
I
now. Everybody does
fuck, I
it,
do it. We
right?
put implants in, put freaking implants in. It's fine.
That's what I
You're
said
good.
to him. I'm like,
Yeah,
it costs to be this beautiful. Like you
that's
got
right.
to get your stuff together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, let's see. Would you rather watch Christmas movies or go Christmas caroling?
Christmas movies.
Yeah, same. Absolutely.
I saw Christmas Carols in the Quarter, which is this place across the street the other day, and it was actually really beautiful. But yeah, I would definitely rather be cozied up watching some movies.
Yeah. There's another one I saw earlier and I don't know where it is now. Something about there's another movie one, but okay. Would you rather have the three Christmas ghosts that visit Scrooge visit you,
Oh
or
God.
shovel snow all day long.
I would rather talk to the ghosts.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, like be like, hey,
Yeah, because
show
like,
show me my past. It's past, present, future, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like I want to, because I feel like that would be beneficial to be able to mold my future. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Or appreciate the present more.
yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah,
I think that would listen to us being all goal oriented.
I know. Gotta take it for what it is.
We'll do like a couple more of these. There's a shit ton of these. There's a couple more. Would you rather have a white Christmas or a tropical Christmas? Have you ever had a white Christmas?
Technically, when I was in Breckenridge that year, but not really. I when I envision a white Christmas, I'm in a cabin with like a beautiful tree, snowed in, with a fireplace. So if
Mhm.
that's the vibe, I'm all in that.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I've had both, and I 100% would do the white Christmas. Absolutely. So
Yeah,
I've gone on vacations for Christmas where it's been tropical and all that kind of stuff.
same.
So that's fine, but no, Christmas is the only day I want snow.
Yeah. I
Outside of
just feel
that,
like it's the vibe, you
yeah,
know?
it is. It is 100%. And like, I mean, again, I grew up in New York, so we had white Christmases all the time. That
Yeah.
was just normal.
I just feel like
So,
a hot Christmas is off. It
yeah.
throws the feel of it off.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll do like two more. Would you rather wear matching Santa hats or matching ugly sweaters with like colleagues or people that you're hanging out with?
I've done both. Probably the sweaters. I like seeing people's creativity in what they wear.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big hat person. I have a very big head. So I don't like hats.
So you'd be really good bald.
Right? I'd probably be terrible bald. I'd probably be terrible bald. I have this big, like I said, a big freaking cone head or something. I don't know. But no, I don't like hats in general. I always think I do. I buy them and I never wear them. So yeah, no, sweaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a snapback hat. That's it. Everything else gives me a
Yeah.
headache.
Yeah, same. Like I've got a few like for when it gets cold. I've got like I don't know what you
Yeah.
call it, beanies or whatever you call it. So I do have those, but I very rarely. I'd rather wrap myself in a scarf than
Yeah.
put a hat on. I just don't like it. I don't like the
I
band. I like
agree.
getting marks. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Let's do like one more. Okay, so this is a weird one.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Would you rather live in a house filled with thousands of cockroaches for one day or not celebrate Christmas for 2 years?
Not celebrate Christmas for 2 years.
I would pick the cockroaches.
Oh my God, no. Ugh. I lived in
One day.
Florida. I basically lived with cockroaches
But that's
because
what I'm
they were
saying. It's one
everywhere.
day. It's
Yeah,
one
but
day.
I mean, I'm envisioning like swarmed by them, and those fuckers, they fly, they jump. Ugh, they just do. They have no fear. Ugh, God,
I
no.
would wrap myself in like plastic bags, just so like an air hole right here, so they couldn't get to me, and just sit there and just wait it out.
No, no.
I can respect that. I can respect that decision, but I would want to celebrate
So I can
Christmas.
respect that decision. Oh man, that was a good one.
I know, right? That was a weird one. There's a lot of them on here. I'm not going to go into any more of them. That's a good one to stop on.
That was.
So
What would you
I'd
guys
rather,
think? What would you guys pick?
right? Type into the comments. What would you do? Would you rather be swarmed by thousands of cockroaches for a day or not
Team
celebrate
Sean,
Christmas for 2 years? I know,
Team
right?
Jay.
There you go. Yep. Yep. I like that. I like that. But yeah, that
Oh
was
my
fun. I like doing
God.
stuff like that sometimes. Not the cockroaches thing, the questions thing. I like just to
Yes,
clarify.
no, the this or that's are fun, especially the
Yeah.
weird ones, because it's like, God, what would I choose?
I
They're both
know.
suck.
I know they both suck. It's like I don't know. Can I pick option three and none of the above?
I don't think that's how that works, Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately. But hey, like I said, hey, see, listen, I could do one, you could do the other. We can see how it turns out at the end of
Exactly.
it and compare notes.
Talk to each other.
It's good. We got it.
If you were to be swarmed by cockroaches, I would definitely be on the other side watching that through a camera.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I literally would just sit there and not move for a day and it'd be fine. It'd be totally fine. I see that for me too. That's like a mental thing. Like I could just block it out, you know?
Sure. I would
Like,
feel
sure you
one of
could.
those. I'd be like,
See, that's the thing. Like for me, it's almost like 1,000 of them would be better than one.
okay.
You're like, I just can't get on board with this. You just can't get on board.
I would just start killing them. Like,
Yeah.
am I allowed to kill them?
I mean, it doesn't say you can't. It says a house filled with thousands of cockroaches. So you probably could just start stepping on all of them.
I'm 5 minutes late to a console call. What am I going to
Oh.
say to her when I've been on the podcast talking about cockroaches for 10 minutes?
Be like, just watch Behind the Bikini and you'll understand.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were late.
You're fine.
All right. Well,
Oh,
on
man.
that note, that was fun. We are almost almost at the Christmas time frame. So, neither one of us are going to Florida for Christmas, so I don't think we're gonna have to deal with cockroaches. So I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
No. Yes.
Um,
Not this year.
not this year. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up there. So, guys, one more quick thing: if you're thinking about coming to the Fit Body Fusion Summit, get your ticket now. We are
It's gonna be fun.
we're a month out, so get it in now so that you can get your hotel reservation, all that kind of fun stuff, get your travel arrangements done, everything. And we'll see you there. So other than that, though, we'll be back again for you guys next week, as we always are. We don't ever miss. Don't watch the Olympia movie, or watch it and
We got to
tell us
talk
what you
about our
think.
timing though, because I'm going to Napa, so
Yeah.
we got to talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We'll talk about that for sure. Absolutely. So with that, you guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit those buttons, and we will be back again next week for Behind the Bikini. We are out. Bye, guys.